Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, October 20th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. In the past several hours, we had the core update complete, and we also had the spam update complete. Kind of surprised the spam update was finished. We'll get into that a little more. Twitter X is blocking Bing bot. Paywall content changes for you to learn about, SEO, local, and much more ad news. So definitely stay tuned. We have so much more to talk about. Of course, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Wix. Wix Studio launched some new features at wix.com/studio/features, including AI responsive design tools, the ability to change and manage your CSS in Wix, a robust client handoff kit, and so much more. So check them out at wix.com/studio/features. And thanks so much for sponsoring. I hope you are all safe. Okay, so first up, Google has finished rolling out the core 2023 core update. It's gone, it's released, it's done. It took about 14 days to fully roll out. It was a little bit under 14 days. I think it was like 13 days and 23 hours. And again, it started on October 5th, finished yesterday, October 19th. Keep in mind, Google just this morning, a couple hours before I started recording this video, finished rolling out the spam update as well, which overlapped exactly with this update. And Google says they don't like to overlap updates, but in this case, they had to for some reason. And just a reminder, this update is a core update, so it's more general in nature, but it has a very significant impact on many, many websites. In fact, this update seemed to have very, very significant rollout impacts across many, many things that SEOs are doing, and I've seen a lot of complaints across the space, as we discussed before. We saw a lot of volatility over the past couple weeks during the rollout. I suspect it's more a core update than spam update related, because spam is very specific to spam. But we saw a significant heat over the weekend, maybe even this morning a little bit, I'm not really sure. And also around from October 13th through the weekend of that, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this past weekend, a week ago, as well as around October 7th, I believe, we saw significant changes there too. So this was a very big, significant update. You can see here the ranking tools that are tracking those updates, but the chatter was literally off the scales. We had close to like 700 comments on one post, over 500 comments on another post, another 300 comments on another post. It was significant. So definitely thanks for commenting and watching these videos, because it definitely helps me analyze these posts. And also, we had the spam update finish rolling out as of this morning. It finished rolling out around 1:15 a.m. Eastern time. So about, 4 hours from when I recorded this video. And it was significant. Again, it started October 4th at around 12:50 p.m. Eastern. It finished on October 20th around 1:15 a.m. Eastern. And this one targets more international languages. Specifically, it went after Turkish, Vietnamese, Indonesian, Hindi, Chinese, and other languages, but it also impacted English and other ones, but not as much as those languages. This looked at things like spam tactics like cloaking, hack content, auto-generated content, and scraped spam content. Again, we had these overlapping updates, so hopefully you weren't impacted. Again, these are the same tools you saw beforehand, so hopefully you guys weren't impacted too much by these updates. Hopefully you guys saw benefits from these updates, I hope. We'll see. In other big news, Twitter, or X, is blocking Twitter.com from being indexed or crawled by Bing search BingBot. In the robots.txt file, BingBot has been disallowed, and it's actually impacting their visibility in Bing search in a big, big way. It's probably started, about a month or so ago. Nobody really noticed. Mike Kinley spotted this and let me know about it this week. It probably started, as of October 17th, according to Young Gabe. Bing was specifically being blocked by all bots, but it seemed to happen a couple months ago as well in a slow way. But maybe that was related to the thing that happened with Google a while back. But if you do a site command in Bing, Bing only had like 180,000 Twitter URLs, whereas Google has like 422 million URLs. So it probably is impacting them, but they probably blocked Bing because they don't want the traffic from Bing for some reason. But just keep that in mind. Bing bot has been blocked by X, Twitter.com. Google launched a new feature for the rich results testing tool, where it now could actually go ahead and check your structured data for paywalled content. Now, if you want, it's a really great feature, because this lets you to test to make sure your structured data is set up properly, that Googlebot can actually access your paywall content. At the same time, it ranks well in search. So keep that in mind. This is a really big upgrade for the structured data test tool over the rich result test tool for your paywall structured data. Google Search Generative Experience may now link to your paywall content. Went ahead and updated, Google updated their paywall content structured data documentation to say SGE overviews may include links to paywall content as a way for people to discover those pages. Google also updated their robots meta tag documentation to say how to use the robot meta tag, data no snippet, and X robot tag specification for the no snippet and max snippet rules to go ahead and block SGE from showing your results. So it goes into detail there. If you do want to block SGE from crawling your content and showing it, you have to do that differently than you would other stuff. Keep in mind, SGE while browsing will be blocked anyway. In that case, if it's paywall content, but not all paywall content will be blocked by default. You have to do these special meta tags to go ahead and block your content from SGE, the search engine experience, from showing your content. Google added new vehicle listing structured data that it supports now. So if you are a dealership and you want to list your vehicles, you can do that with this new markup. As well with that, Google also announced new guidelines for that, and Google released some FAQs around that, and they also released a Search Console report to show you your valid and invalid items for structured data, so you can actually debug that. And of course, the rich results test was also updated to support structured data validation of your new vehicle listing structured data. It seems Google has stopped showing event-rich results in the search results sometime in the past month or so. This is first spotted by Christina Kunz at the German SEO blog, who noticed this. And John Mueller didn't respond to it. I think it's a bug. I think it's a bug because Google really didn't announce this. But also, Nikos actually noticed this a while back, maybe a month ago, but I didn't notice that. But again, it seems like the event-rich results under the snippets are no longer showing, and we're not sure why, and hopefully Google will fix that soon. Google has updated their favicon documentation, to remove the favicon user agent, and also then to clarify, since the Google removed the favicon user agent, that it doesn't use that user agent for crawling. You have to make sure to allow Googlebot and Googlebot-Image so that Google could actually crawl your favicons. If you see your favicons have dropped out, maybe it's because you're blocking Googlebot and Googlebot-Image from accessing your favorite icon. So keep that in mind. Just another update, Google has updated their documentation for Googlebot to say that they crawl in the US. Googlebot crawls in the US on Pacific time zones. So if you are interested in that, definitely take a look at that. There's a lot of little documentation updated there around that structured data. Again, most of you guys know that already around when Googlebot crawls, but it is specific in the US. Also, a week ago, Google removed host groups, basically indented results, as we reported last week. With that, Google removed the host groups from the visual elements gallery in their documentation, so it no longer shows that because Google no longer has host groups, indented results, in the search results. It's a little tidbit there. Google is testing showing the Discover feed on the Google homepage on desktop. Google has it on their mobile homepage, but they don't have it on their desktop. They're testing it in India specifically. This is first spotted by MS Power User, and then The Verge got a statement from Google saying, from Lara Levine, confirmed the change in a statement given to The Verge, that noting it as an experiment currently running in India only. They provided a screenshot. Also, Hanit Shine also said it's live for him as well, so it's pretty interesting to see. This reminds me of iGoogle, as Greg Sterling pointed out back in the 15 years ago when Google had an iGoogle homepage, which showed the kind of similar stuff to the Discover feed. Google is testing Shop All Deals banner, a banner ad directly in the actual Google search results. It's shocking, honestly, where you go do a search for something shopping related and Google will show you this big banner ad that shows Shop All Deals and a banner ad that has icons and images and says view deals here. And that just basically takes to a search result set that says Shop Deals, which is pretty interesting that Google's doing that. This is spotted by a lot of people, including Brody Clark and a bunch of people. This is internationally being tested, which is very, very significant. I don't see it myself yet, but it's very, very significant that Google's testing this. Google is also testing top stories where it says mention in these stories. This is another box or element that adds things around the top stories feature at the top of the results. This is spotted by Valentine Pletzer. Here's an image of it. Very interesting to see that. Google's been doing a lot of mention in types of tests, but in the top stories, it's even more significant, I believe. Google Explore section seems to be coming up sooner, maybe not, but for pretty much all queries. You used to have to scroll to get to it, 5, 6 scrolls, pages or so. But now it's coming up in 2.5 scrolls or 1.5 scrolls, really. Spotted by Glenn Gabe, nice spot there. just keep in mind that if you are ranking on page number 2, we always said page number 2, you're not found at all, but now you're really not found with the Google Explorer feature there. Google Explorer is also showing product information. Here's a screenshot again from Glenn Gabe. And also, Bing Webmaster Tools has this new report called Comprehensive Performance Insight Report. It reminds you of the Google Search Console reports. These are being emailed to you. Supposedly the link to the more details doesn't work, but Glenn Gabe got this email and he shared his screenshot of that showing top performing keywords, top performing pages, and so forth. Pretty interesting to see that as well. Google Business Profiles added new disabled-owned and indigenous-owned attributes, which then will show up on your Google Business Profile on the front end. So all you need to go do is go to your Google Business Profile, edit the actual profile itself, scroll down to the attributes, and you'll be able to add those if you are disabled-owned or indigenous-owned, and you can go ahead and add those there. Google is testing these new local pack cards in the local pack. This is spotted by Shaheem. Look, here's a screenshot of you can see like the menu and reviews pack right there. It's very interesting with this little review under it. I like the design, it's pretty cute. I like it a lot, actually. Google's also testing or showing these ability to actually go ahead and set your food preferences for the search results that come up for local results for restaurants. So if you like, I don't know, kosher food, you could do that. That's again was also spotted by Shaheem. Google is now sending out emails for those who want to get their certification, Google Ads certification. Now it's actually requiring you to record yourself actually taking the test. PPC Greg posted new rules. One, it says you have to take a picture ID, a photo of your picture ID, of your photo ID, like your license. You have to take a picture of your face as well. And then you have to go ahead and record yourself taking the actual test in the environment. And a proctor will actually watch you take the test. You now have open books, notes, a lot of little features here. This is you can't have. It's pretty funny to actually read this like you're kind of taking a test in school. So that's one thing. And two is Google Ads verification, where you want to actually verify that you're a Google advertiser, which is becoming more and more a requirement for more and more advertisers, is very, very long. There's like 28 question form that you have to fill out. This is spotted by Nate Lewis. Very interesting that Google do this in such a long form. But Google Ads is Google Ads. And also Google AdSense is rolling out these new related search for auto ads, basically search results related to the actual context of your page. People could click on those. Those clicks don't actually count as actual clicks to earn revenue, but when they click on the ads after that, then that will actually earn you revenue. And also I posted the photo of a Google algorithm wall. I was at the Google office a couple weeks ago, which you'll get an interview from Gary Ish in probably a few weeks, so make sure to subscribe and don't miss that video. But Gary took me around and he showed me the Google algorithm wall. I figured this would be cute to show there as well. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over the Search Engine Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com over the past week. Again, be safe, be healthy, and thanks to Wix for sponsoring. Deeply appreciated. Have a great, safe weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Goodbye.